Today we're looking at two-step equations. So I want to remind you, when you are solving two-step equations, the number one thing you are going to do to get the variable by itself is add or subtract. And the number two thing you are going to do when you are solving two-step equations is multiply or divide. Alright, so to get this variable m by itself in our first example, remember, add or subtract first. So that means we want to get rid of this subtraction here, this minus 7. And in order to get rid of a minus 7, we do the opposite or inverse. And the opposite or inverse of subtract is add. You probably guessed it. So what we do to one side, we have to do to the other. Add 7 to both sides. And the reason why we do this is because, you'll pay attention here, negative 7 and positive 7, minus 7 and plus 7, cancel to 0, so that cancels. And cancel each other out. So all we have left on the left-hand side is 6m, just drag it down. Drag down that 6m, and then on the right side we've got 17 plus 7, which gives us 24. Alright, so we took care of our addition and subtraction. Next, we take care of multiplication or division. So here we've got 6 times m, so we have to do the opposite or inverse. And the inverse of multiplication is division. So we need to divide both sides by 6. And the reason we do this is because anything over itself reduces to 1. So that's the same thing as saying 1m equals, and 24 divided by 6 is 4. And I just want you to recall that 1m is the same thing as saying just m equals 4. So that's our solution. Alright, let's move on to our next example. Second example. If you have something like 3 quantity x plus 1 equals 18, in this situation, first we need to simplify the left-hand side. So we need to distribute that 3 onto the inside. So we would get 3x plus 3 when we multiply through. I'm going to draw my line. Equals 18. We didn't do anything to the right. Now we can follow our steps. Our steps, remember, are addition and subtraction first. So in this case, we've got addition, we've got plus 3, so in order to cancel it out, we've got to do the inverse, which is minus 3. So since I'm minus 3 on the left, I've got to also subtract 3 on the right. Plus 3 and minus 3 cancel. So drag down that 3x equals 18 minus 3 gives us 15. Alright, now last but not least, divide. Since we've got multiply to cancel out, we divide. 3 over 3 reduces to 1, so we get 1x, or x equals 15 over 3 is 5. Alright, next example. If you have something that looks like this, 19 equals 3 minus 8x. If you have x on the right, you need to go ahead and switch everything to the other side. So you're going to take the 3 minus 8x, bring that to the left, equals, bring the 19 to the right. So all I did was switch sides. Take everything on the right, move it to the left, take everything on the left, move it to the right. So now I can draw my equal sign down. There's nothing I need to simplify over here, no distribution or anything, so I'm going to go straight into getting x by itself. I need to get rid of this plus 3, so I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. Okay, so that creates my 0 pair. 3 minus 3 is 0, it cancels. Drag down my negative 8x, and 19 minus 3 equals 16. Here I've got negative 8 times x. Remember, there's an implied times sign there. So I've got to divide by negative 8. Negative 8 over negative 8 reduces to 1. So I've got x equals 16 divided by negative 8 is negative 2. Alright, so now I'm going to come back up to the top of my page here. Do another example. Write it right here. 2x minus 7 plus 3x equals 13. So on this example here, on the left, I don't have any distribution I need to do. I don't have parentheses, but notice I have like terms. I've got 2x and plus 3x. So let's go ahead and combine those before we work on the problem. So 2x plus 3x is going to give me 5x, and I'm just going to drag down that minus 7 and drag down the equals 13. Now I can go ahead and solve. So again, remember addition and subtraction first. So get rid of this minus 7 by adding 7 both sides. That creates my 0 pair that cancels. Negative 7 and positive 7 cancel. Drag down the 5x, and then 13 plus 7 is 20. So last but not least, I've got 5 times x, so I need to divide by 5 to cancel it out. 5 over 5 reduces to 1. I've got x equals 4. All right. Let's look at another example, something a little bit different. 2/3 x, so we're working with a fraction, minus 1 equals 7. Okay, still going to handle it in the same fashion. Still going to draw my line to make sure I stay organized. So still going to do the add or subtract first. So add 1 to get rid of the minus 1. So add 1 to both sides. I get a 0 pair here, negative 1 and positive 1 cancel. So I'm going to drag down my 2/3 x. 7 plus 1 is 8. Now on this one, since I've got 2/3 x, what I'm going to do is this divide by 3. In order to cancel out divide by 3, I'm going to multiply by 3. So I'm going to just multiply both sides by 3. If I multiply this side by 3, that cancels. So I just get 2x equals, and 8 times 3 is 24. So now I've got 2x equals 24. And now I divide by 2, that cancels to 1, x equals 12. Alright, let's practice this one more time. I have one more example. Last example. Okay, 4/5 x plus 2 equals 14. So again, same format. To cancel out the addition or subtraction first, I've got plus 2, so I'm going to subtract 2. Both sides, the plus 2 and minus 2 cancel. I've got 4/5 x equals 12. Alright, so now to get rid of the divide by 5, I times by 5, times both sides by 5. That cancels the 5 on the bottom. I get 4x equals, and 12 times 5 is 60. Alright, last step, divide both sides by 4. The 4 over 4 cancels to 1, or reduces to 1, and 60 divided by 4 equals 15. Alright, so what if after that it said, now find the value of x plus 2? If after that you had to find the value of x plus 2, that just means that you would plug in 15 for x. So it'd be like 15 plus 2 equals 17. And that's how you would solve a problem like that.